Okay, let's start up the stream here now. Okay. Just. Okay, here we go. Can you guys hear me? Oh, thank you, Eddie, for the super chat. Thanks, man. No, it's not my scramjet. Okay. I'm doing good, Isaiah. Hey, everyone. Yes, invite me to the business, WRV. I'll help you out. Hey, Omar. Thank you, Hellfire. Thank you, King of Killing. Nice to see you as well. Yeah, I'm excited for Dead Rising Remake. Definitely gonna play it. Comes out in 2 months. Hey Patrick, how's your day going? My day's going good, Electra. How are you, man? Thank you for sponsoring my channel for 3.5 years. Thanks, man. No, I didn't finish the tier 4 of the challenges. I haven't really done much of the bottom dollar DLC, honestly. I got really bored of it. Like, like, really bored. Like, honestly, I had much more fun with the Criminal Enterprises DLC, because at least that updated, like, a lot of the older businesses. But, like, this one is, yeah, it was just boring, I would say. It's like, do you guys agree with me? Like, this DLC seemed boring to you guys? Because, like, that's why I didn't make too many videos on it. I just focused on my playthroughs instead, because it kind of bored me. Like, I'm not saying it was terrible, but I just found it boring. Like, that's just, okay, invite me to the business when you're ready. Yeah, the recent DLCs have kind of sucked. I hope the final DLC that we get on GT Online, because this winter it's probably the final DLC. It's probably the last one is this winter, and is hopefully our final DLC something good. Because typically the winter DLCs are bigger than the summer DLCs, so hopefully, you know, for this holidays this year we get something good. Finished Manhunt 2 recently. I personally enjoyed the game, but I prefer Manhunt 1 because the VHS aesthetic. Manhunt 2 is brutal, yes, but the plot pales. Thank you, Mr. Waifu. I was considering playing the non-censored version, but what I was worried about is encountering glitches, because Manhunt 1 on PC, when I played that, I encountered so many glitches, it was ridiculous. WRV, can you invite to the business? Okay, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Devil Gaming, for sponsoring my channel for 2.5 years. Needs more butter. That's from Dead Rising 2. I know, Chef Antoine says that. Thank you, Mr. Waifu. Yeah, regardless of whatever people's politics are, everybody should be condemning what happened. I don't want to talk any politics, but it was just horrible what happened, and you know, nobody should be you know, celebrating something like that. That's just you know, only sick people are going to celebrate something like that. Okay. I've been sub since 2020 or 2021. Thank you, Keshawn. Thank you, man. uncensored manhunt, manhunt to executions make me wince, especially since some executions are to the regions and it makes it so uneasy. Oh well, I never really took a look at the executions that much on it. I think the most brutal manhunt execution is probably the Saw one, and I'm talking the handsaw one. The handsaw one is probably the most brutal manhunt execution. Like, I watched that one, like, I watched some of the uncensored kills, and that one I thought was the worst one. My favorite, I would say my favorite manhunt execution in the entire series is, it's probably the one where, when Danny goes into that hotel, when he's looking for that scientist lady, and then that guy goes around the counter, gets on the phone, and says he's gonna stall him, and then Danny could just basically hit him with the phone and, strangle him. That was probably my favorite one. Greetings from Europe again. Anyways, 24 hours till college football hits our consoles again, and now we actually have real players. We made it, boys. College football hits our consoles again. Oh, you're right. I haven't seen a college football game in a long time. What do you think of streamers that don't thank their viewers for donations? Scumbags. I think I did add you, Omar, didn't I? Because every single person that sent me a friend request on Xbox, I added. So every single person that sent me one. Well, I haven't been on Xbox in like a week and a half, but everybody who has basically sent me like a friend request on that stream, I added. Why are you streaming so early? I got up early today and I was taking care of a few things. Dentist chair is most brutal. Favorite is wire beheading. Oh, dentist chair? I'm trying to remember that one in Manhunt too. Well, look, here's the thing about this, is IGN, I don't take them seriously when it comes to reviews, because if you notice, there was one game in 2019 that came out called Ace Combat 7, and I really liked Ace Combat 7, and do you know, IGN gave the game, I think it was like a 7 out of 10, when it deserved a 9 out of 10, and IGN said, one of the things they didn't like about Ace Combat 7 was they said, if you skip the briefings, you're not going to understand the story and the mission. That's what IGN said. So, like, you guys hear what I just said? Like, they literally, these reviewers were complaining. They were like, if you skip the briefings, you're not going to understand the story and the mission. It's like, that's the point of a briefing. It's literally to explain to you what's going to be happening in the mission. So literally, when they were complaining that if you skip the briefings, you're not going to understand what's going on, that was, yeah. Oh, the Danny killed the guy in the dungeon place. Oh, okay. Hey, Pro, in GTA 4, you censored Jerry saying, but I didn't do it to Uncle Vincent, the Ballad, or Brian, the Lost and Damned. Oh, well, I guess, well, look, it's like, thank you, Mr. Rage, thank you for the super chat. A lot of these characters in the GTA games, you're not supposed to like them. You know, they say, you know, extremely racist and offensive things. I don't think that it should be, you know, the game should be censored for that reason, because you're not supposed to like these characters in the first place. But basically, sometimes I censor these words in the games is because I'm just worried about YouTube, like, you know, going after my channel, or, like, you know, giving me a community guidelines violation or something like that. Because if a character, if you're playing a game, right, and one of the characters in the game says something extremely offensive, you could be in trouble for that with YouTube. So that's sometimes why I censor words. I don't like doing it, but it's like it's just because you could get in trouble for that. That's the reason. But about those other two words, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I censored them. Maybe I didn't censor them at the time. But I guess it didn't. It was. Oh wait, I think I remember now. The reason that I censored that one with the Jerry cutscene is because I was actually watching a lot of other YouTube videos to see if that cutscene went through, and basically what happened was a lot of YouTubers actually censored that cutscene, but they didn't censor the offensive things that other characters were saying. But all of those words are just horrible words. Thank you, Mr. Rage, for the super chat. But like when it comes to like Brian, for example, Brian is like a terrible character in Brian is a terrible character in The Lost and Damned. Like, you know, he's racist against Polish people, he's racist against Jewish people. You know, you're not supposed to like him. And I think that by censoring his words also I think by censoring his words you don't see fully how much of a scummy character he is. Thank you for the super chat. Do you understand my point, Mr. Rage? And I remember about Uncle Vincent. I remember him too. Uncle Vincent. That was Rocco's uncle, right? That was the guy that Luis shot at the end in the head at the end of the game. Yeah, that guy was extremely offensive. I remember he called what was it? He called Luis a taco or a burrito. I think that's what he called him. Yeah, and it was horrible what happened, Mr. Waifu. Let's do, wait, I'm gonna, Nikki, I'm gonna help Venge first, because I told Venge that would help him right after WRV, and then I can help you after, okay? Okay, Venge. Well, look, oh yes, he did also. I remember that too, Kuru. Wait, what's wrong? Nightingale? Patrolling Los Santos makes you wish for a peaceful lobby. Yep, I guess. Oh, this is gonna be easy. Okay. Okay, 3.5 miles. Not a bad drive at all. You got all achievements for Saints Row 1 2006. That's good. Isn't there some multiplayer achievements too? Those are probably the hardest ones. Hello, Dimitri. No, I'm not. What messages did I skip? Help, can you help me sell my MCs? My user is Auto. And what do you think? Well, didn't I already add you, Golden? Do I have you added? No, I don't really have enough. I don't really enjoy the zombies in Modern Warfare 3 much. I find it kind of boring, actually. But Mr. Rage, I played through GTA 4 before I played through the Ballad, and before I played The Lost and Damned. But if I ever do a playthrough of it again, I probably won't censor any of the words the characters have said. But basically, yeah, it was I was just concerned that that word that Jerry said could get my channel in trouble. Thank you, Golden, for the super chat. Have you ever heard of the Persona games? Yes, I have. I didn't add you? Okay, well, Golden, I can add you after the stream. I can't add anybody during the stream. No problem, Mr. Rage. And if you're wondering, I think all of those words are equally bad, but it was just that most YouTubers censored the Jerry word, and they didn't censor the words that Brian and Uncle Vincent said, and that's, you know, but next time I do GTA 4 as a playthrough, I won't censor any of the offensive words that characters say. I was just scared at that time that, my channel was gonna get a strike from YouTube because of that. Okay. Here we go. People who speedrun Sniper Elite 4 and Authentic Plus in under an hour, I'd like to see that. That sounds impossible to me. That game is so difficult on Authentic Plus. Hope I can rent property when the time comes. I hope you get into it also. I hope you get into it also, and... What do I think of the assassination attempt? Like I said earlier, is everybody should be condemning it, regardless of what your politics are, because there's literally no place for violence, and anybody who literally thinks that that was a good thing that happened is a scumbag. An innocent person died. So literally, literally anybody who, you know, no candidate deserves that happening to them, and nobody deserves that. Okay, let's enter the truck. I'll drive this. How come Lucky Quinn doesn't recognize Aiden as the human trafficking auction? Meanwhile, Lucky met Aiden on... well, Lucky didn't really see Aiden fully because Aiden had his hat and his mask. You have to remember that too. What was Michael and the gunmen doing when Franklin was drilling the Union Depository heist? They were causing a ruckus up top. They were basically attracting the police attention, causing a distraction. I think that the snipers, the Secret Service snipers did a pretty good job taking him down quickly, but the thing is you also ask yourself, how did somebody, you know, get that close to a presidential candidate? That they were, like, on a roof, and I think they were, like, under 100 yards from, so, like, usually areas like that are, like, really tight under security, all surrounding rooftops, everywhere where, you know, assassin might be. So, I think that while the Secret Service snipers did a good job taking down the guy, whoever was in charge of the security detail failed. Would it make sense for police to show up since a news team already arrived down at the tunnel? I'm not sure, now that you think about it. Yeah, that's... Oh, did I killed somebody? Oh crap, I'm sorry, WRV. One thing I didn't know about this mission, and I didn't actually learn it years later, But you actually don't need to lose the cops in order to finish the mission. You can just drive right to the drop-off. And the thing about this is that if you know where the drop-off is, because it doesn't appear when you have cops, but if you know where the drop-off is and you take it there, you can just end the mission. That's what I'm going to do right here. GTA 5 lore video. It's coming out bi-ally. I've just been so busy with these playthroughs lately, and I wanna finish some of these playthroughs up, and I'm gonna and I promise that GTA 5 lore video is coming. Oh, it's not this one. Okay, my bad. I thought it was. Okay, wait. This is the location for the other truck mission. The other truck mission, you go here. Okay, my bad. I messed up here. Okay, it's the other place. It's over there. Okay. Anyone else get that feeling he's ignoring me? I'm not ignoring you, Curiosity. What's your question? There's a lot of people that are posting. Hold on, I will read a bunch of questions in just a moment, guys. I just want to deliver this truck because this mission is so annoying.
I need some wheatgrass, tofu, and some chives.
Can you tell us how you became a landlord? Some tips? Sure, I can help with that. Just... Crap. Oh, hold on. Let me just deliver this truck and I will answer your question, I promise. Excuse me. Is it about Stretch? No, it's actually not about Stretch. It's about another character. Thank you, Nikki. This channel has become a political history moment. Wait, what? But about your questions about the landlord, and I know Ant was also asking about it too. How I basically became a landlord is I had, you know, a lot of the money that I'd saved up for my channel, I invested it into a rental property. So I purchased a rental property, and I did the same thing for a second one. I didn't want to be in debt because I just didn't want to be in debt for years. So I saved up a lot of money, but I pretty much used most of it up, and it was a good investment because it's extra passive income that's generating over time, plus with my YouTube channel, and you never know how YouTube is gonna go. So it's always a good idea to just you know, get into other things, other forms of income. Wait, what's wrong, Resident? No, I didn't study Spanish for like 3 days. I've just been busy with just so much stuff. Wait, well, what, Bunny? I did know that, Warwick. But you were asking me about, like, you were asking me about rental properties. How do I choose good properties? It's a great question. Basically, what I do is when I'm purchasing properties, I look at properties. I refuse to buy anything that is under the year 2000. So I will only buy properties from the year 2000 and up. I will not buy anything, you know, I will not buy anything, you know, less than that. You know, the 90s or, you know, before that. The reason is because I just want minimal problems with the house. Because the newer the house that you buy, the less problems that you're gonna have with it. You know, so I'd rather spend a little bit more money on a property and not have to deal with like a headache and not have to deal with stuff. Not have to deal with like a lot of stuff later on. I know there's people that are going to tell me that there's like homes that are built in like the 50s and the 60s that are fine and have no problems, but when you buy like a new house, you really minimize your the risk of like anything bad happening, you know, anything going wrong, you really minimize it. I will say when it comes to looking for when it comes to looking for tenants, right? Is I would recommend Zillow, because Zillow will give you free background checks most of the time. But if you can't use Zillow, I would actually recommend to pay for the background check. So like if you're having a situation where you have to either choose, is the tenant going to pay for the background check or are you going to pay for the background check, I would recommend that you pay for the background check, you as the landlord. The reason for that is because if there's some kind of issue, if there's something wrong, when you deny them, they can't really complain because you paid for the background check. So if somebody pays for the background check and then you deny them, they're going to get really pissed at you afterwards. And so if you pay for the background check, you know, they really didn't put anything, they didn't spend any money. You were the one who did it. So it's like a better way to, like leave off with like tenants that you don't want. Pro, do you like tenants' beer? Wait, what? What do you mean? Do I let my tenants drink? Well, I have no problem with people drinking. You know, that I even let people smoke if they want to, so I don't have a problem with that either. Wait, let me see. I missed your super chat, Mr. Waifu. I'm sorry. Mr. Waifu, can you ask your question again? I can't see your super chat. When I scroll up, it doesn't let me scroll the way up. Can you just ask the question again? You don't have to super chat me. Can you just ask the question again? Okay, 2 out of 15 drops here. I've already said on it, Ryan, that it's horrible, and you know there is no excuse for you know, any kind of violence, you know, regardless of how you feel politically, and you know, anybody who supported that horrible event that happened yesterday is a scumbag. Oh, they are a bunch of the skins are a bunch of creeps, and I think they're probably the worst. They're probably the most evil gang in Manhunt 1 is the skins. Where did I learn about being a landlord? Mostly myself. Just experience dealing with stuff. And you know, choose houses that are, you know, 20 years, you know, built within the last 20 years typically. Do I furnish them? Not really. But what I do is I make sure that the house is in perfect condition when they move in. So when if there's like any minor problems around the house, even stuff that I don't have to necessarily fix, I will fix them. So like if there's like paint, like, you know, chirping off somewhere, like, you know, I'll take care of it. I'll tidy up the place. I'll make the place as clean as possible. If there's any other kind of issues around the house, I will deal with it. Yes, I'm gonna do the Crime Boss DLC stories. Yes. Hey Pro, I don't normally donate to channels, but I enjoy your work from Scotland. Also, what other games are you hoping for a remake? Thank you, Scott. I would like to see Mega Man Legends get a remake. The Mercenary series, Mercenaries 1 and 2. Saints Row 2. Okay, see ya, Mark. Yeah, and Call of Duty 2 also, Phoenix. Can you recommend any YouTube channels or books or websites that you'd refer to in terms of being a landlord? No, not really. Because I've seen some channels that give some good advice, but then I've seen other channels that give really bad advice. And I will tell you I think one of the worst advices that I've seen, like YouTube, like there are some scummy YouTuber landlords, and I've seen some of them give some pretty bad advice. I've seen like there was this one guy who basically, I saw his video once, and he was basically saying is like once a month you should do an inspection. And like you should tell them like a couple days beforehand that you're coming in and doing an inspection. And like no, not something like that. No. I never do inspections on my properties. The only time I do an inspection on my property is when I'm purchasing the property. When I'm purchasing the property, I want to make sure that everything is fine with the property. There's nothing broken, everything's fine. If there's any issues, I fix it. But when tenants are living there, I am not doing inspections. I am not, going to barge my way in. I'm not going to text them like the day beforehand and just tell them I'm coming in to inspect the property. I never do inspections. I don't do something like that. The reason I don't do inspections is for a simple reason. It's because you want to have a relationship with your tenants. You want to have a good relationship. Landlord-tenant relationships are important. If you have a good relationship with your tenants and you have good people in the house and they respect you, they're going to take care of the house as well. And so if you just basically tell them, like, 1 or 2 days beforehand, hey, I'm doing an inspection tomorrow, or, whatever, and they, they have to, get up to go to work or something like that, they might be tired in the morning, people work at different times, or, not everybody might be home, and it's basically kind of an invasion of privacy. Yes, you own the home, but it's kind of really an invasion of privacy. If you're just coming in, you're inspecting, because what a landlord inspection basically is the landlord is basically saying, I don't trust you with the house, and I want to make sure that everything's good. So that's why I really don't like inspections. I never do inspections. I don't do stuff like that, because I just think it pisses off tenants, and it just creates a hostile environment between the tenant and the landlord. And so that's really why I don't do any kind of inspections. I just think they're wrong, and I think they're bad. That's what I would say about that. And also, I did see one other YouTuber that gave really bad advice, where he said for properties, he said that if a tenant is late on their rent, that give them a fee, charge them like a fee, charge them like an extra fee right away, and be strict about it. And I'm not like that either. Basically, my policy when it comes to late payments is if somebody is late 2 or 3 days, I'm not gonna go crazy about it. I'm not even gonna text them. If it gets to the point where they're late 5 days, then I'm gonna text them, and then at that point and I'm not even gonna be rude about it. I've had it happen, and then I text them, and basically I say to them is everything okay with the property? Is there something wrong with it? Why did you not make a rental payment? That's what I will typically say. And what my policy is that if they are late, and it's their first time being late, I don't charge them any kind of fee, nothing whatsoever. And I basically say to them, it's listen, I'm not charging you any kind of fee, but please, make your payments on time next time. If you do, I'm gonna have to charge you a fee. And if they do it a second time, I will then charge them a fee. But the first time, I just typically will say that it's it's I'm not charging you a fee. Just please try to make your payment on time next time. But I haven't had that happen though. I haven't had that situation happen, but that's just basically my policy. I have had tenants in the past, though. I have had one tenant in the past, I'll tell you guys this, that was basically taking advantage of my kindness. And these tenants were constantly late on their rent. They were late on their rent 5 or 6 times. And we're talking a week they were late on this. And judging by me telling the story that I'm a landlord, you would think that the tenants that are living in the house, you would think that, they are working class people and that they are, struggling to, pay the rent. But the reality is the people that were actually renting out my house were multimillionaires. They had way more money than me. They were very rich people. They were very, very rich people, and they owned 3 or 4 houses in different states. And if you want to know how I knew they were millionaires, it was because that couple ran a roofing company from Portland, Oregon. And so they expanded their business out east, and they expanded into Montana and Idaho, where they had buildings for their company, and then they expanded into Wyoming, and then they came into my state, which is in the upper Midwest. And so they own houses in all of those states. They had over 100 workers, and they were renting out my house in my town because they were just setting up a business in my town. That's basically where their headquarters was going to be for in that state, specifically in my state. And so they didn't want to buy another house here, and so they decided to rent out my property. And so these guys were multi-millionaires, and they were late on their rent a week, every time they were late a week. And after a week, I would always text them, and I would be hey, what's going on, guys? Why didn't you make a rental payment? Is there something wrong with the property? And they would always she would always text back to me, and she would say, oh, there's nothing wrong with the property. I'm sorry, I'm on a business trip in Montana. It's I'm gonna take care of it tomorrow. And this was the exact same response I got every single time. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm on a business trip in Montana. I'm gonna take care of it tomorrow. So they were late on rent 5 or 6 times a week. These were multi-millionaires. And so, I'm running, I'm a small business owner too. I'm just run 2 rental properties, and this is not fair to me that like somebody is doing something like this. And so honestly, if you could reverse the clock, because this happened like 2 years ago. If you could reverse the clock like 2 years later, I would have charged him a fee. I would have basically said nope, that's it. I would just put my foot down and I would have charged a fee. But at that point, I kind of felt bad, and I didn't want to just charge somebody a fee. And they were just constantly kept doing it. It was like late a week. And like imagine if I was like if I took a job from them, right? Imagine if I ordered a new roof from them, right? And I paid like I had them build a new roof, and then 1 week later I didn't pay them for the roof, and I said, oh, I'm sorry, I'm on a business trip. Like you think they would accept that? So literally that's what I'll say is that there are tenants that will take advantage of, nice landlords. Not all landlords are out to get you. Not all landlords are like scummy people. Like people think that all landlords are like these greedy, selfish, evil people. I take care of my tenants whenever they need something. I fix it. Literally the other day, dishwasher was leaking in one of my rentals, and I literally showed up the next day, first thing in the morning. I had a handyman come in, and I paid over $300 to have it fixed. So I took care of it right away, instantly. There was no delay. I just got on it right away. Didn't charge my tenants. I took care of it. And so literally, I personally just don't like it when people think that every single landlord is like some, greedy scumbag. I just like having passive income, and that's, an extra side of income that I have, and I don't see what's wrong with that. Let me see. Oh, I think I missed a few super chats. I'm sorry. Let me see here. Sorry for putting you on the spot like that, Professional. Just kept bugging me. I know you aren't like that, but I need to be sure. Thanks, bro. Well, no problem, Mr. Rage. It was, next time that I play through, like, GTA 4 is I'm not going to censor anything. But at that time, I was just censoring, some of the stuff that characters were saying, because it was, but I probably should have applied it more equally, but it was, but I saw that other YouTubers, they, like, had those parts up with those characters. And, but yeah, next time that I play GTA 4 is I'm probably not going to censor anything, so I guess we'll see what happens. I was just scared about the YouTube thing, like, going crazy for me, because some of the characters are saying certain things. How many buildings do you own? I own 2. Thank you, American Loyalist, for the super chat. 2 rentals. I haven't gone to the beach in years. Okay, let me see here. I could drop right here. I haven't really watched Terminator films in a long time. Okay, here we go. But you understand my point, Mr. Rage, and Professional, when you yourself obtain properties, how much does it cost you? How much do you rent it out for? It's the homes that I purchased are basically like a fraction of the price that I purchased in New York. Or I haven't purchased anything in New York, but I mean houses that are in New York. But basically one was, I'm trying to remember, one was, I think, $379K, and the other one, I think the other one was it was 360 something K. I think that's what it was. But property is just much more affordable here than it is in, you know, New York, where I'm originally from. Great, NBC traffic. I wasn't accepted in college. I failed my entrance exam. So, you know, don't give up on that, dude. I'll tell you something. I went to, I tried to get into John Jay Criminal Justice School in Manhattan when I was younger. And, what happened was I failed the entrance exam, too. I failed the, I actually passed everything except the math. The math I failed. And they told me, they asked me if I wanted to retake it, but I ended up going to a college closer to me. Can't wait for the press for Mark III and GTA 6. Thank you, David. Be careful not to fall in the water here. Yes, I'm gonna try to start Metal Gear Solid 1 later this month, but basically I just want to finish some of these playthroughs, because I don't want to start another playthrough when I got all these playthroughs going on too, so I really want to take it a little easier and just finish some of these other playthroughs. I did, Preston. Maybe I'll play the original Ace Attorney games one day. Did somebody fall in the water? Yeah, he's got to be careful up here because it's really easy to fall in the water. Yeah, I'll play the Warriors too. There. Do I believe it's bad to be a patriot? No, not at all. You know, loving your country and, you know, doing what's right for your country isn't a bad thing at all. I would say it's, I would say the only time that would be, like, you know, bad is if it's, like, an extreme case of it. It's, like, if it's, like, to the point where, like, somebody loves their country so much that they hate other countries, or they think that other countries are inferior, or they, or they make excuses for their country doing bad things. I think that's the point when it's bad. But just loving your country and just, you know, supporting your country, no, there's nothing wrong with that. What the, oh. Oh, come on, no. Okay. I'm scared for a moment there. Oh, come on. Okay, here we go. Okay, okay. Uh, I don't even know who that is. David Martinez. Thank you for the super chat. Waiting for the motorcycle club to still leave the area? Wait, what's going on?
That's some of it.
Okay, Alvinor. Oh wait, actually, I'm gonna help Nikki. I'm sorry. Let me help Alvinor. I can help you after. I just promised I'd help Nikki next, and let me help Nikki, and then I can help you, Alvinor. Some anime I watch. I don't think I'm the right person to do something like that. Curiosity, making like a video of talking about business specifically. He made reasons I hate grinders video on me. Well, I'm not gonna take somebody like that seriously then. Thank you, David Martinez. Thanks for the super chat. Okay, invite me to the place. Is New York's air polluted? It can be. Yeah.
Hey, cabrón!
Wait. Well, it's up to you. You should know that I consider you to be a highly admirable figure. Mental health struggles, making a YouTube channel, becoming a successful landlord. Thank you, man. Love the GTA content. Greetings from Finland. Thank you, Rupert. Thanks, man. TGG and Dark Viper went to Miami and LA. Wouldn't you like going with them and recording in real life versus GTA comparison lore? Possibly, but maybe once GTA 6 comes out. After GTA 6 comes out, then I want to go to Miami and record a video. I don't really believe in any conspiracy theories, no. Thank you for hearing my comment on that video about YouTubers. I'm honored, man. No problem. Max Payne 3, Iceberg, or no? What are those Iceberg videos even? Like, I get those videos recommended to me all the time, but what are they even? Like, different video game icebergs, I don't understand them. Will I ever play the Warriors? Yes, but I want to watch the movie first. You know what I wish they would make a game about? Thank you, Alec. Thank you for sponsoring my channel for a month. You know what I wish they would make a game about? Because I know the Warriors is like an older movie. I wish that they would make a game about the Death Wish movies. That's it. Because people have told me to watch the Death Wish movies for some time. And I started watching Death Wish 1. And, like, it's the Charles Bronson one, the 1970s movie. And I watched, like, half of the movie. I didn't finish it. I still have to finish it. But I liked it a lot. And, like, I wish they would make, like, a game like that where you play as Charles Bronson in, like, the Death Wish universe. Like, and you're, like, a vigilante. I wish they would do something like that. I think they would probably need to go to Bronson's family to get permission for his, like, looks in, like, a video game, but, like, I think that would be kind of cool. Well-known facts to rumors and dark theories. Okay. 7 people for 1 MC. Oh, I didn't even realize it. Okay. Alvinor, after I'm done with this sale, I can help you. Yeah, well, Charles Bronson plays Paul Kersey, but it's Bronson, yeah. That's the actor. Hey, Dan. to keep volume to 0. My brother's asleep. Okay. Well, Nikki, thank you for the super chat, but I'm gonna help Alvinor right after this sale, because you have a full MC here, okay? What did I just run over? Okay. Damn. Do you have a favorite actor? Yes. My favorite actor is Denzel Washington. I think whenever he plays any role in the movie, he's excellent. Any tips on game development? Always been a dream of mine to make a game or work on a game. My biggest dream is to work on Rockstar. I think to be successful as a video game developer is you need to do the one thing that most developers are scared to do these days, and that is take risks. I think most developers are scared to take risks and try something new, and I think that all they try to do is they try to just make games. They try to make games similar to other games, but that's not what people always want. People want to try new things. They want to play other new things, other new stuff. I will tell you, do you know there was a really amazing war game that came out, and this really amazing war game nearly got canceled because the executives said, oh, nobody's gonna want to play a game in that time period. But the developers basically said, no, this is new, this is something different, people are gonna love it. Does anybody know what game I'm talking about, what game nearly got canceled? But it turned out to be a massive success because the publisher did not think that the game that people would like that time period. Nope, not Call of Duty. Nope, not Wolfenstein. It is Battlefield 1. You got it right there, Sal. Battlefield 1. Battlefield 1, when DICE took a big risk by going to the World War I setting, because nobody has really done it before. I mean, there have been World War I games, but a major developer never made a World War I game. That is the first time a major developer made a World War I game, was Battlefield 1. And so, literally, DICE, when they were making Battlefield 1, the EA executives basically came to them and they said, you know, people don't want this. You know, gamers want, like, futuristic games. That's basically what... And DICE was like, no, this is something different. Let us try it. People are going to love it. And Battlefield 1 is one of the best war games I've ever played. So, literally, that's what you need to do, is you need to, you know, take risks, and you need to be willing to try different things. Well, Battlefield 5 and Battlefield 2042 were terrible games. I would agree with that. But Battlefield 1 was a great game. Hello, Pro. What have I missed? Not much. Just answering a bunch of questions. Thank you, Jacob, for sponsoring my channel for 2 years. Thanks, man. Do you know, I'll tell you something. If I had unlimited and splans, you can use my idea if you want. You know, I won't take it personally if you use my idea. But basically is if I had unlimited money, right? As much money as I you know, wanted, and I had as much resources as I wanted. So like I had the best developers, I had the best amount of money. You know what time period I would make an open world game in if I had as much money as possible and like the best developers working on it? Anybody know? I'll make a crime game. It would be an open world gangster game, but it would be in a time period that nobody's ever covered before. Does anybody know what time period I would cover? Anyone guess? I'll give a hint. It would be in Chicago. That's what the open world would be Chicago, but it would be in a specific time in Chicago. Yup, Chicago 1920s. I don't count Mafia Definitive Edition as that because Mafia Definitive Edition takes place at the very end of Prohibition, so we don't see the you know, the when really the Prohibition Wars were going on. So literally, if I was making a game, right, I would make something like Saints Row, but like do it like in the 1920s in Chicago in that time period, and you would be like the boss. You would basically be creating like your own mafia. And you would be, you know, building up your gang, and you would be taking over, like, different parts of the city, taking over territory, getting into wars, but there would also be a business side to it, not just, you know, constant killing. there would be a business side to it, like trying to upgrade properties, trying to do deals with other gangs, maybe bribe like corrupt cops, like, you know, stuff like that. And so that's what I would do, is I would make an open world game set in the 1920s in Chicago. And I think if somebody made an open world game in that time period, I think it would be a success. And then you could make a single player mode, but then you could also make an online mode where like different families are fighting each other, and you could either make your own family online or join another family. And I think that would be kind of cool. And I don't mean this just as Italian gangs, because during Prohibition there were so many different gangs out there. But when I say mafia families, I'm just talking like really any kind of mafia. So, you know, it could be Irish mafia, you know, Italian mafia, German mafia. You know, literally any kind of gang that you can think of. You know, Mexican mafia. So literally, there is I would love to see something like that. Like Empire of Sin, kind of, but open world. Empire of Sin technically is open world, but it's like XCOM basically. Why was Prohibition introduced in the U.S.? It was basically pushed by a bunch of like really religious people. So like Prohibition was pretty much pushed by like, it was these really religious like women that basically lobbied a bunch of like senators, and then basically got passed. It went through. Looking back on history, Prohibition is probably the stupidest law that's ever been passed, and it would like, if you look at like top 10, you know, stupidest laws ever passed in American history, Prohibition would probably definitely be on that list. Well, nobody can beat Rockstar, you know, in sales. There's nothing. Here's the thing about this. Splans, and this is what people need to understand: is sales are not the most important thing. The most important thing is to have the better game. So if you have a better game than somebody, that's all that matters. You know, you might not sell as many copies, but it matters that you have the better game. You're building up a better reputation over time, because if you compare, you know, do you know what my all-time favorite game is? You know what I think is the best game in my life that I've ever played? My favorite game, all-time favorite game, is Saints Row 2. Saints Row 2 is my all-time favorite game. That is my #1 favorite game. And a lot of people are surprised by this. People think that like GTA 5 or GTA 4 is like my favorite game, but no, it's Saints Row 2. Saints Row 2 is my favorite game of all time. And so Saints Row 2, if you compare Saints Row 2 to GTA 4, GTA 4 is a great game as well. But Saints Row 2 lets you do so much stuff that you couldn't do in GTA 4. So many more activities. And the customization is so good. It has way more guns. There's way more guns in Saints Row 2. I think there even might be more vehicles. There's car customization, clothing customization. You can buy properties. You can customize properties. The economy is just so much better. So ultimately, is any developer that makes an open world game, is you're not going to beat Rockstar in sales. Rockstar is always going to win in sales. But you can make ultimately a better game, and that's ultimately what matters, is making a better game. Alvanor, can you invite me now? I can help you, please. How would you have made Saints Row the Third? The same way that Saints Row 2 was made, but in a new city. There are really not more guns, I would say, equal to GTA 4. I don't know. There's 4 handguns alone in Saints Row 2. There's 4 handguns. There's 4 handguns, there's a taser. There's so many melee weapons, and there's so much stuff that you can pick up as a melee weapon. There is... How many shotguns are there? There's 3 shotguns. How many assault rifles? There's the AK, there's the M4, there's the... and then there's there's also the grenade launcher, the AX-50, I think it's called. Grenade launcher assault rifle. There's a light machine gun. There's a sniper rifle. I think, doesn't Saints Row 2 have more guns than GTA 4? I'm pretty sure it does. I'm pretty sure Saints Row 2 has more guns than GTA 4. I'm pretty sure it does. And Saints Row 2, I think, has like 5 SMGs, because there's so many SMGs in the game. Like, there's a lot of SMGs in that game. I think there's like 5 SMGs alone in that game. What do you think happened to Phil Bell? I think you'll see Phil in GTA 6. Phil definitely left town. He skipped town. He probably went to Vice City or somewhere else. He probably changed his name too. Oh, crap. Whoa, what the... Okay. Why are you streaming this early? I woke up a lot earlier today, and I was doing a bunch of stuff, and so I figured I would stream. You know, I was kind of free at this point, and I was posting left and right, but you didn't see it. What's your question, Life with MJ? What's your question? Well, GTA 4, I think that Saints Row 2 had a better map than GTA 4. You know, Saints Row 2's neighborhoods were just much more unique than GTA 4, but maybe you could make the argument that GTA 4's story was better than Saints Row 2. But Saints Row 2 just had so much more the gameplay was better in Saints Row 2 overall than in GTA 4. Alvindor, can you invite me again? Oh, never mind, I'm here. No, I'm not famous or anything. I don't have a popping YouTube channel, but what I do have, I got an extreme love for GTA, no one to play with. Can I help you, sell? Are you and your crew, come to lobby? Anthony, I don't need help selling, but I can help you sell. If you tell me your PSN, I can add you, but I can't add you on this stream. I can add you after the stream, so, like, once the stream ends, I can add you, and then we can, you know, play in the future. What do you think of the assassination attempt? I said a bunch of times earlier, but I will say that that there is no, you know, excuse for any kind of, you know, political violence, you know, regardless of how you feel. And I will say is that that the people who are celebrating this, the people who think that this was a good thing that happened, those people are scumbags and are horrible, awful people. So, like, you know, literally, you can dislike the guy all you want, but it's like you shouldn't be calling for him to get shot. And also, is like a spectator that was there got shot and killed. So, literally, anybody that, like, promotes that type of stuff or, like, you know, celebrates it, like, there have been people online that have been, like, posting comments saying, thinking that it's a good thing. You know, those people are horrible people. You know, horrible people. So, but I will also say about this is that the Secret Service, I think, failed largely. They did manage to take down the sniper pretty quickly, but the thing is, though, is how the hell does somebody get that close to a presidential candidate? Like, and they were like, the guy was like 75 to 100 yards, and he got on a roof where he was pretty visible, and people in the crowd actually saw him before Secret Service did. So I don't know, like, what they were doing exactly. Can I play JoJo's Bizarre Adventures, Eyes of Heaven? And there is a mafia called Passionate that deal in drugs and gambling, led by Diavolo, a man with two personalities, as a mob boss in Naples. JoJo Bizarre's Adventures? I would have to look into that. And what is this about a mafia boss? Is this a real mafia boss? If you were to choose, who would you have protecting you? And who would you have chasing you? Nico and CJ are your options. Who would I have protecting me? Probably, honestly, well, Jacob, I would say probably Nico. Nico because of just his... I would say that Nico probably has just more experience than CJ. He's older. You know, Nico survived the war zone, too. You have to think about that, too. So I think Nico would probably, you know, beat CJ in a gunfight. CJ would probably beat Nico in a fist fight. Probably would. You know, CJ has just a lot more experience of hand-to-hand fighting. You know, he's got the gyms. But Nico would probably win in a gunfight. But I'll tell you, if I had to choose one video game character to protect me, right? One video game character to, like, make sure, like, this character would just constantly protect me, like, wherever I would go. You know, so they would constantly watch over me, make sure that nothing bad happens. The one character that I would choose to protect me, and I would be 100% positive nothing bad would ever happen to me if I had this person protecting me, would be Agent 47 in the Hitman series. If Agent 47 was protecting me, like not actually trying to kill me, but actually protecting me, I would never be scared of anything. Like if he was just watching over me the entire time, like I would never be worried about anything bad happening ever. When's the next LA Noire video coming out? After the stream. Do I lift, bro? What do you mean lift? You mean do I go to the gym? What does that mean? Do you lift? I go to the gym, sure. I'm probably gonna go to the gym later today too. I bench if you want to know how much I bench 135 pounds. I know that people might not believe that, but I do. I'm super drunk, pro. LOL. Well, thank you for stopping by, and thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the super chat, Own Titan. Pro, even your country is part of pride and shame. Wait, what do you mean, Luca? What are you talking about? Thank you for the super chat. What are you talking about?
I'm guessing you don't want a back rub. How can I help? Can't handle the heat, my friend? Okay, leave it with creepy Uncle
How many times do you
Lester.
go to the gym? I try to go 3 times a week, but sometimes I go 2 times a week. Oh, come on. Do you even signal when you're looking? You're a police officer. Pro, how old is too old to play video games? There's never an age where it's too old to play video games. There's that old woman that plays Skyrim. She has like a YouTube channel, and I know she plays Skyrim. I haven't watched her in a long time, but I know that she there's like an old woman out there who's like a big Skyrim player, and she loves playing Skyrim. So, you know why you know, anybody can play video games. Doesn't matter the age. They're enjoying it. It's what they like doing. Where do you buy your cosplay costumes? Most of the time, Amazon. If I can't find them on Amazon, I search up eBay. What situation with Xbox? What are you talking about? The biggest open world game I've ever played? I think it's Ghost Recon Wildlands. I think Ghost Recon Wildlands is the biggest map I've ever seen in the game. I could be wrong, but I think it's Ghost Recon Wildlands. Isn't Ghost Recon Wildlands bigger than most other games? I'm pretty sure it is, because the map is giant in Ghost Recon Wildlands. It's like from one end of the map to the other end, I think it's like 25 kilometers. So it's massive. Just Cause is pretty big too. Yup, you're right on that. I will do a Battlefield 1 playthrough on the anniversary of the end of World War 1. Xbox might end advertising in Europe. What? That's, honestly, I hope that Xbox doesn't fail. I hope that Xbox succeeds, and I hope it gets better, because literally and this is coming from somebody who plays primarily on PlayStation, PlayStation needs competition. There needs to be competition. If Xbox fails and Sony takes everything over, it's gonna be bad, because then Sony can do whatever they want. Like, you know, Sony can have make the stupidest like mistakes, and that's the only console people are gonna be able to purchase. Hey, professional, do you go to any you mean concerts? No, Random Fist, I don't go to concerts. I can get you plug on some trend. Wait, what? What? What are you talking about? What does that mean? And Luca, I don't understand your question. Pride and shame. What do you mean by that? I generally don't understand what you mean by that. Conventions is what I meant. Oh, conventions. The only convention I've ever gone to is the Fallout Good Springs event. I mean, if you count that as a convention. No, I didn't skip over your comment. There's just a lot of people posting. Can you tell me your comment again? Tell me what you wanted when you want to ask me again, live with MJ, and I'll answer it. What do you want to ask me? I unlocked a bail vest, but where I can't find it. Maybe I think it's in the outfit section.
That's a...
Maybe I will CW Games. Oh yeah, I feel bad for Trucy as well. Well, there's horrible people all around the world that that deny war crimes and you know, deny horrible atrocities their countries have committed, and it's primarily because of pride and shame. They're so proud of their countries that they can't admit that their country has done something so bad. But you know, there are people in the United States that that do the same thing, where they, like, you know, the most common thing is, like I talked about on the Red Dead stream, is you have people that like think that the Confederacy during the Civil War had nothing to do with slavery, when that goes against everything that's been taught in history. And they basically think that the Confederacy was like humane towards slaves, and when that's just a bunch of nonsense that they're pushing. What's your relationship status? Well, thank you, Sly. I really don't talk about that much. Thank you for the super chat. I don't really get involved in relationships. It's just not for me. Okay, don't blow up the bikes that are chasing me also, guys, because they could blow up the truck. Civil War, I prefer the name of the War of Northern Aggression. Why would you use that term? Oh wait, did MJ post their comment again? Let me see. Have I played GTA 5 RP? Thank you, Demigod. No, I haven't. Wow, the physics in this game are terrible. The fact that a truck like this can just spin out just like that, that's stupid. MJ, can you post your comment again, please? I want to answer your question. I just don't see your question. How did you figure out that Pegorino is based on Phil Leotardo? Just his appearance, how he acts, thinking that he's a big shot, his anger, doing irrational things. There we go. Oh, thank you, Jacob. That's sweet. That's Swedish money. Thank you, man. Whoa, that's how much is that? That's
That's a successful sale.
Thank you, man.
The funds are transferred.
That is $380 US. I just checked what it is. Thank you, man. Thank you. Thank you, Jacob. Thank you, man. You're awesome. Thanks, Jacob. I really appreciate it, man. I uploaded my first 3 videos on my channel a month ago. One of them is a movie. In that movie, there's a bunch of covers of songs from many artists, and that me and my colleagues recorded, and it got copyright claim. I'm not happy about it, but I don't care enough to try and fight it, because I made that movie for fun, not for money. Thank you, Jacob. And I'm sorry that happened to you. YouTube should be more open to fair use, but unfortunately they're not. Yes, I'm gonna do videos on Hell Let Loose and Zonzo in the future too. I think the bail vest you get from the outfits section. Thank you, Jacob. Thanks, man. I really appreciate it, man. You are awesome. Everyone give a special shout out there to Jacob, Jacob Larson. Thanks, man. And Anthony, Jacob, do I have you added also? Could I add you? And also, Anthony, if you're still here, if you could tell me your PSN, please. Professional, can I Google JoJo's Bizarre Adventures Diavolo Mafia Bus right now on Steam by Netflix, watching the anime? I hope and make videos of it. I'll look that up, yes. Thank you, Jacob. You're awesome. Thanks, man. Let me look that up. Early bird stream. I'm trying to fully wake up. Oh, are you still working night shifts, Chaz? And let me look up that JoJo thing that, the first boss of Passion, Diavolo, seeks absolute security and superiority by eliminating all traces of his past. And even he tries to kill this character tried to kill his daughter too? This is like a mafia boss in this anime you're telling me about. Oh, you don't play on PlayStation. Oh, okay, Jacob. Well, thank you for the super chat. Anthony, are you also still here? Oh, Anthony, I see your PSN too. Pat, do you think it's possible for an individual to be rewarded by the U.S. government for capturing Nicolas Maduro and his Venezuelan officials? If somebody captured Nicolas Maduro, that would start a war. Here's what I will tell you about Maduro though, and Venezuela. There are some things about Venezuela that the media does not tell you. When it comes to Venezuela, Maduro has got to go, and his government has got to go as well. They're a bunch of scumbags, and Maduro's also a corrupt dictator. He's bankrupted his country, he's nationalized everything, his people are starving. But there's also something horrible that I'll tell you guys that the media isn't telling you about. And that is that there are a lot of countries out there that have the same problems that Venezuela has, but they don't get as much coverage as Venezuela. The reason that Venezuela is getting more coverage in the media, and the reason that politicians are talking more about Venezuela than they are about other countries who have similar economic problems and similar corrupt dictators, the reason is because Venezuela has the largest oil reserves in the world. That's actually something people don't know. Venezuela has more oil than the entire Middle East. And so now you begin to wonder why there's so many leaders around the world that are just so interested in Venezuela. It is precisely for that reason. And basically, Venezuela is propped up primarily by Russia. Russia supports the Maduro dictatorship, and so they basically support that dictatorship because they get stuff from Venezuela. And China is getting in there as well. China is getting into Venezuela, and they're trying to basically create their own puppet government, and the U.S. also. So literally, you got three superpowers, the U.S., Russia, and China, that are all getting involved in Venezuela, and their own government. Venezuela's government is extremely corrupt. They have a socialist dictatorship, and you have people in the middle, the Venezuelan people, who are taking the suffering from this. So that's I'll say is that I hope the Venezuelan people overthrow their government, but it needs to be done by them. It cannot be done by outside forces, because if outside forces do it, they're just going to create another puppet dictator, and the U.S. is going to put their own dictator in, or Russia's going to put another dictator in, or China's going to put another dictator in, and he's going to be stealing from the Venezuelan people again. So literally, Venezuela is just a mess, and it's just caught between superpowers that are constantly trying to take advantage of it too. I'm not defending the Venezuelan government by any means, by the way. I hate them, and I hate Maduro. Like, Maduro is a scumbag. The Venezuelan government sucks. They're corrupt and evil. But I'm just saying is there's a lot of countries out there that are interfering primarily in Venezuela, not because they care about democracy or anything like that, but because they want Venezuela's natural reserves. The oil in Venezuela should belong to the Venezuelan people. That's who it should belong to. It shouldn't belong to Maduro. It shouldn't belong to Russia. It shouldn't belong to the U.S. It shouldn't belong to China. It should belong to the Venezuelans. And that's the thing is that imagine if Venezuela had a leader like Lee Kuan Yew, for example, the leader of Singapore. Imagine if they had somebody like that as their leader, or if they had somebody like that as the leader of their country, Venezuela could easily become the richest and most powerful country in South America if they actually had a good, competent leader who actually cared about the people and invested back in the country, and improved like the living standards of Venezuelans. Venezuela could become like a superpower in South America, essentially. But unfortunately, they can't because there's just so many people that are constantly interfering in their country, and their own government is corrupt as hell, too. But also, to be fair, also, the economic problems that are going on in Venezuela are not the U.S.'s fault. There's a lot of people that say that the problems in Venezuela, like the poverty and all that, that's America's fault. It's not America's fault. It's the Venezuelan government's fault primarily because of the fact that they nationalized everything. In Venezuela, everything is pretty much nationalized, and they don't allow barely any foreign investment. So no foreign investment can come into Venezuela and do any business in Venezuela, and that's the Venezuela is just generally so hostile to the West too. And that's the reason that their economy is basically in the toilet. Hey, Pro, been watching for a few years. Wanted to show my support. You've helped me quite a lot. Keep up the amazing work. Thank you, Tawan, if I'm reading your name correctly. I'm sorry.
All right.
Well, honestly, Hugo Chavez taking power in Venezuela is the worst thing that ever happened in Venezuela. It literally the mess started with Hugo Chavez, and it was the worst. It was literally the worst. You know what? In my opinion, though, you know what? Two countries I think are going to, you know what? Two countries are going to Latin American countries. You know what? Two Latin American countries are. One's in Central America and one is in South America. The two Latin American countries that I think are going to become very rich within the next few decades and very powerful is El Salvador and Argentina. I think El Salvador and Argentina is my prediction. I think those two countries are going to become very rich and very powerful in the next few decades. That's what I think about those countries, because Argentina and El Salvador have it right, where they're building up their countries, they're investing back in their countries, but they're not allowing foreign investment to basically control them. So they're not like completely cutting off, trade with other countries, but they're not allowing, foreign governments to control them also. And so I think Argentina and El Salvador, I think those two countries, I think that they will do very well within the next few decades. What other countries like Venezuela are you talking about? I said El Salvador and Argentina. Those two countries I think are going to do really well in the future. Do you think any countries will collapse in the next decade or centuries? Venezuela, the country we just mentioned, is going to collapse. It's horrible too, but it's like yeah, Venezuela is their country has so many problems. I don't know that much about Peru pizza. Oh, Haiti, how could I? Yeah, Haiti is also, hey, well, Haiti has pretty much already collapsed. It's controlled by gangs at this point. And, the thing about Haiti is, Haiti is essentially a mafia state right now. That is literally what it is. I'm not trying to offend anyone that's Haitian. I'm just talking with the government, is that literally Haiti is essentially a mafia state right now. That is literally what it is. Because the thing is, there are a lot of countries out there that are basically like controlled by mafias, but the mafias aren't directly the government. So like there's a lot of countries out there where the mafias have huge influence and control over corrupt politicians. But in Haiti, it's different, where in Haiti, the gangsters are the politicians. And so that's, so literally you have gangs and mafias who have essentially completely taken over the country. So it's literally, it's the first government in the world that is literally an entire mafia state. So a bunch of criminal gangs control the government in Haiti. Well, Somalia has no government. There is no government in Somalia, unless you count the pirates and the militias as government. But that's not really government. Well, Afghanistan is a country that's basically governed by a terrorist group. I'll look into it, Life of MJ. Thank you for this boost, Alvinor. But the reason that I think Argentina and El Salvador are going to become very rich and powerful countries in the next few decades is because I know I had a few viewers from Argentina. I don't know if there's any here right now, but basically Argentina and El Salvador are investing back in their country. They're encouraging, free market reforms in their country. They're encouraging foreign investment, but they are not allowing foreign investment to control them. And the president of Argentina basically stopped China and Russia from taking over Argentina, because China and Russia were basically trying to create a puppet government in Argentina, and he basically said, no, get out of here. We're not dealing with this crap. And in El Salvador, the El Salvadorian president did the same thing, but he did the same thing towards the U.S. So where Argentina basically kicked out the Russian and Chinese imperialists, El Salvador kicked out the American imperialists. So literally those two countries, I think in the future are going to be doing really well. Okay, this. Yeah, it's part of it, Luca. It is part of it, yes. But basically, China was trying to turn Argentina into like a puppet state of theirs, and Russia was also doing that as well. But China was more of a threat to Argentina than Russia was, but they were still both doing it. Well, you have to also remember, Mr. Juck, that most of the American leaders hate the president of Argentina. So I don't see how he could be a puppet, because they hate him. Okay. Here we go, gonna make this drop. Would I consider doing reactions to videos with your audience? The video I'd like you to react to about coffee house crime with chat someday. Wait, what is that? Okay, what are we doing here? Adler, Price, Captain Price, always. But do you know that I was actually playing Empire of Sin the other day, and do you know that Empire of Sin, the developers of Empire of Sin, betrayed the community and they lied to the community? Do you know about that, Luca? Do you know what the controversy with that? Can somebody send me an invite to the business? What am I doing here? Pro, I'm from Scotland. Tell me something you know about Scotland. I want to know what other countries think of us. I know Glasgow is the biggest city in, Scotland, I'm pretty sure, right? Scotland is the most northern province of, most northern state, I would say, of, I guess, would you call it a state there? Because I know it's England, Scotland, Northern Ireland, and Wales. But I don't know if you guys call them states, or, but it's the most northern region of Great Britain. Can somebody invite me here? What happened? What did Paradox do? Google, Luca, go on Google and look up Empire of Sin, Empire of Sin, Season Pass controversy. Look that up. Because, I played Empire of Sin. I have beaten it several times. I played the game a lot. About Empire of Sin, what the developers did to piss the community off is they released a season pass. I purchased a season pass when it came out, and they only released, they promised 2 DLC expansions. They only released 1 DLC expansion. So people who purchased the season pass only got 1 DLC expansion. And the game came out 3.5 years ago. So it's been 3.5 years later. They've never released DLC the second DLC. And the crazy thing about it is if you actually look up the store, you can still buy the Empire of Sin season pass. You can still buy it. And if you check it on the store, it says that it promises 2 DLC expansions, but there was only 1. And so they scammed their audience. They scammed they scammed their audience, basically. What happened was the game did not get this. Empire of Sin did not get the sales that the developers wanted. The developers thought they would get more sales, and because the game did not get as much sales, they abandoned DLC 2. They never made DLC 2, and so this pissed people off a lot. I think that they recently announced that it's gonna come out by the end of the year. But like, imagine that, like DLC 2 is coming out 4 years later. Like, imagine that. Like, you bought a season pass 4 years ago, and you're getting the DLC 4 years later now. So that's what I'll say about it, is that there was a controversy with that, is that the developer really messed that up. And even if your game did not sell well, when you're selling a season pass, you promise to make a second DLC. And honestly, I'm surprised there's no lawsuits regarding that. Because, like Lily, you could argue that that's false advertising. Like, I'm surprised nobody brought them to court over that. That, like, they paid for that and there was no second DLC that came out. What are your thoughts on horror movies? I'm not really much into horror movies. I'm not really much into them. There are some horror games I'll play, but not really horror movies. WRV, do you want me to help you with your heist, by the way, now? Are you ready? Do you want me to help you with that? What do you think of Mexico and Mexicans? Do you have any Mexican friends? I have a lot of Mexican friends. I don't have any friends in real life that are Mexican Americans, but I have several of my friends on PSN that are Mexican American. I love Mexican food. Mexican food is probably my second favorite food behind sushi. Sushi is my all-time favorite food. But my favorite Mexican dish is quesadillas. And the reason I like quesadillas is, like, I'm normally not good at cooking, but one of the things that I've gotten really good at is I've gotten really good at cooking quesadillas. And the reason I like quesadillas so much is because quesadillas, you can really put anything you want in them. Like, there's just so many different combinations that you can make. You can make like a veggie quesadilla, you can make a meat quesadilla, you can put one of like rice and beans, you can put one of beef, you can put one of ham, chicken, there's this cheese. There is just so many different like combinations that you have with quesadillas. That's what I like about quesadillas so much. So that's my favorite Mexican dish. As for Mexico, I think that there's parts of the Mexican government that are extremely corrupt, and I think that I don't think the Mexican government is doing enough to deal with the cartel problem. I think that there's a massive cartel problem in Mexico, and I don't think that the government there is basically doing enough to deal with that. But that's it. But my issue is not really with the people of Mexico. It's more with the government of Mexico. But let me invite me to your casino heist when you get the chance, WRV, and I'll help you. Do you like mac and cheese? Oh, I do. Yep. I can never finish it. Like I buy those Kraft mac and cheese, and whenever I make it, I can never finish the Kraft mac and cheese. I literally like heat it up. And, like, I can't finish it. Like, I'll eat half of it, and then I'll just put half of it away, and I'll just heat it up another time. But I can never finish an entire mac and cheese one at once. I guess I get too full on it quickly. But thank you, yes or no, for that super chat. But what do you think of what I said, yes or no? But I am also studying Spanish, and I try to study Spanish like every day, but I haven't studied in like 3 or 4 days. Yo estudio español todos los días. Yo hablo español. Yeah, I'm just waiting for WRV's invite here. Bro, what is your favorite sushi? Really, any kind of sushi. I'll eat sushi with peanuts. I'll eat crab sushi. Spicy sushi, Alaskan, sushi. I'll really eat anything. Your Spanish isn't bad, bro. Mi español es muy malo. There's still a lot of stuff that I don't know. Do you know one thing that that really confused me with Spanish? It really did confuse me a lot. The two things that confused me a lot, it was the esta and s. That confused me a lot, and I kind of started learning it better. Where like s is, you're supposed to use s for stuff that's more permanent, but esta you're supposed to use for stuff that's more temporary. So like you say, like for example, you'll say yo estoy aquí, I am here. Because it's something that's temporary, I'm temporarily here. But then you'll say like, tú es de los Estados Unidos, you are, él es de los Estados Unidos, he is from the United States. That's something more permanent, that you will say. But one thing that I learned recently in Spanish, and it confused me a bit, was que, because que means what in Spanish, but then que also means that. So when somebody says que at the start of a sentence, it usually means what. But when they say like que in like the middle of a sentence, I believe that it means that. And so that that confused me a bit. That threw me off. But yeah, I'm trying to learn the language. I'm trying to get better with the language. Yeah, I hope my Spanish was okay there. Thank you, James Burns. Thank you for the thank you for sponsoring my channel for 10 months. It's okay, WRV. I'll wait for you. Pro should make a sushi review video. I'll be terrible at that. There are there's foods that I like that probably other people won't like, and so it's just Was my Spanish okay there? Yes or no? And wait, there was somebody asking me about Saints Row 2. What was it that they were asking me about Saints Row 2? If I had the resources, would I remake GTA 4 or Saints Row 2? Saints Row 2. Saints Row 2, because it just ultimately has much more replayability. When a sentence begins with K, it's usually a question, yeah. Patrick, Yake Lubi's pierogi. What kind of pierogies do I like? My favorite pierogies are usually ones that have potato in it. So like potato, you know, fried potato usually those are my favorite ones. I do also like jelly ones that have some, but I don't know if those are called also pierogies. I like the sweet ones too. I will say though, the one pierogi that I really didn't like is I didn't like the pierogies that have cabbage in them, like cabbage. Like I really didn't like that one. Like I'm pretty sure it was a pierogi. Like I remember it was like it had cabbage in it. I didn't like that one. I didn't like that one. What do you want me to Google? Life with MJ. What's your question, Ahmed? What's your question also, Aki? Would you like a Max Payne remake? Max Payne is getting remade. Okay, just waiting for the invite here. Oh, here we go. Okay. My favorite Far Cry game is Far Cry 2. Far Cry 2 would be, yep. Do you want to do this with 4 people? WRV, this is your heist. We can do what you want. But are you sure you want to do this with 4 people? Hey, Joker, how are you, man? I understand your Spanish, lol. I know you get better with it at time. Keep practicing. I love your videos, by the way. Thank you, yes or no? No, I don't know who these other 2 people are. One person just left. If you want to keep them, WRV, it's your choice if you want to. I know Aussie guy. But I don't know do I know John? I don't know if I know John. If John, if you're on my friends list and I don't know you, I'm sorry. There's just so many people that are on my friends list. But it's your heist. It's your heist, WRV. Do whatever you want. What is the target on the heist, WRV? What is the targeting here? Why did Phil kill Vito in The Sopranos? Also, do you think that Tony loves his kids since he said that he hates AJ? Then keep it us 3 then. Us 3, we can take the cash. Tony loves his kids. He does. It's just, I guess, I don't think Tony really meant that. When he said that he hates AJ, I don't think Tony really meant that. Because remember, Tony saved AJ's life too when he was drowning. So I don't think he really meant that. I think that was just more of a heat of the moment thing that he said. And remember, Tony did apologize to AJ one time when he brought him that pizza, so he does love him too. I don't think that Tony hates his kids. As for Vito, Phil was just on a power trip. That's basically it. With the whole Vito situation, he was on a power trip, and he basically wanted to prove to his gang that he was basically this big, tough guy. But it was, in reality, the whole situation was just stupid what Phil was doing. Because the thing is, though, is that killing Vito has no benefit whatsoever. There is no benefit to it. None. There's literally keeping him, Vito, the most important thing about Vito is Vito was not ratting. That's literally the most important thing. He was not ratting. Like, the thing is, these guys, like, they, in the Mafia, these guys cheat on their wives all the time. And, they think that that's perfectly fine. But, like, Vito being gay, they went after him over that, and they had him killed over that. That is honestly, just so hypocritical and just so stupid. If anything, it was bad that, like, you know, Vito, what Vito did to his wife, just lying to her, that was horrible. But, you know, this was not, like, you know, the worst case scenario for them. Vito wasn't ratting, you know, he wasn't betraying the family. And so Vito was really making everybody rich. He was making everybody a ton of money. And that's the purpose of a criminal organization. Aussie guy, can you ready up, by the way? That's the purpose of a criminal organization. The purpose of a criminal organization is to make money. It literally has no other purpose. The purpose is just to make money. That's it. There's no other purpose to a criminal organization. It's just to make money. And literally, the fact is, Phil was taking everything personally. By Phil killing Vito, he basically sacrificed millions of dollars by killing Vito. Because Vito was going to make everyone rich. And that was just, honestly, just such a stupid Such a stupid situation. Okay, I'm ready. WRV, do you know how to hack on this game? Aussie guy, do you know how to hack also? Please congratulate my boa DHC network on reaching 1,200 subscribers. He always provides quality content, and his badonkadonk is like no other. Well, thank you, Fernando. Thank you for sponsoring my channel for over four and a half years, and thank you, to DHC also. To DHC, I'll say congratulations, man. I hope you get to 10,000 subscribers. Well, Chris, I can't really do cruise because when I did cruise, people would constantly grief all the time. They would constantly grief and join me and just, you know, attack me. So that's why I don't really use cruise. Do you know what I honestly wish? Let me just mute Lester here. Do you know what I honestly wish? I wish there was a way to, create private lobbies. Like, just private lobbies. And when I say private lobbies, I mean lobbies where I'm the admin. Like, I wish I could make a lobby where I was the admin. Like, I wish I had that option. Because if I had, like, a lobby where I was admin, I would play with everybody. Like, everybody. Like, at this point, I can only play with people on my friends list, and I constantly try to add people. Like, I'm gonna add 3 people after the stream today, but it's like, I'm constantly adding people, so I'm just... And you don't have to donate to me, or I don't do any of that stuff. You don't have to donate to me for me to add you. I add people all the time in my chat. But I, literally, that's the only thing I can do is I can play with people that are on my friends list. Because if I try to play in a public session, I'm going to get harassed so badly. Like, when I played in public sessions in the past, I got harassed so badly. Like, people would just follow me around. They would blow me up constantly. Like, I would just be helping people sell. And it was I got toxic messages. It was just, like, a nonstop harassment. Ever since I've been able to play in private sessions, just my friends, you know, and sell stuff, it's been just peaceful. And we haven't been dealing with any, you know, nonsense, dealing with any bad stuff. But if I had, like, an option where I could be, like, admin, I would just have my lobbies open, anybody could join, and if somebody just causes problems, I would just instant ban. That's just what it would be. So, like, I wish I had, like, that option where I could be, like, an admin, and then that way I could, like, basically play with everybody. Maybe something will have something like that in GTA 6, like admin abilities, but never know.
Metal detectors up ahead. You'll need to find the fuse box on the side of the unit, take it out with a stun gun, and get through before it recovers. That's it. Shorted. Quickly, get through. Heads up. CCTV ahead. The stun gun should disable the camera for a while. Or go old school and time your run. Quick and clean. Very nice. Alright, that camera just went down. It'll be back online soon. And remember, if you bring down too many at the same time, they'll hit the alarm.
Okay.
Remember, these people aren't idiots. If you fry too many cameras at once...
Hey, Professional, why do people grief you? They just want attention. That's ultimately it. Stay away from the door here. WRV, hold the button down.
It's up to you, but might be worth a detour. It's a 2-room system. One of you needs to hold the access.
Somebody go in the daily vault room and get the money. I'm gonna go downstairs. No, Aussie, Aussie guy, regroup with us again, okay? Regroup with us, Aussie. WRV, wait for me before you go fully downstairs. Opinions on the Boogie accusations. I heard that he faked cancer. What was that about? Can somebody explain that to me? Oh, damn. Oh man. Okay. Can you restart this Just let them kill you and restart. Aussie guy, you gotta follow us, man. Yeah, restart here. Hit R2 here. How's the workout life? I'm gonna work out after the stream today. Have you checked out my Ace Attorney videos, Joker? You probably would laugh at that, like my reaction to some of the stuff in Ace Attorney.
Metal detectors up ahead. You'll need to find the fuse box on the side of the unit, take it out with a stun gun, and get through before
Hang
it
on,
recovers. That's it. Shorted. Quickly, get through.
Aussie guy, please just follow us. Don't go down that staircase that you went earlier.
The stun gun should disable the camera for a while. Or go old school and time your run. Perfect. Never saw you coming. Alright, the camera just went down. It'll be back online soon. And remember, if you bring down too many at the same time, they'll hit the alarm. Remember, these people aren't idiots.
Okay.
If you fry too
Come in
many
here.
cameras at once,
WRV, can you hold the button and just...
Nice, straight through. Hey, before they go to the vault, today's takings are
Don't go through that door yet, Aussie.
It's up to you, but might be worth
Stay away from the door. He could see you through it.
room system. One of you needs to hold the
Oh, crap. He saw you through the door.
grabs the cash.
Ah, damn, you gotta stay away from the door, because he can see you through the door. Okay, restart this again. You have to stay away from the door on this part, or they can see you through it. No, don't do that. Just restart this part again. What's your opinion on Penguin's Zero? Oh, he seems like a good guy. I watch his videos. Sometimes I get recommended. I don't really watch his channel. Sometimes I get a video recommended from him, like when there's some kind of big controversy happening, and like I watch his commentary. I know he's the guy with the long hair that just, you know, sits and talks about like you know, so a lot of the things. But you know, he seems like a nice guy to me. I think they probably got on the helicopter for Otis, but Otis probably couldn't fit everyone, Alfie. Thank you, Jacob, for the super chat. Aussie guy, are you here, man? And is my mic even working in the chat here? Can you hear me in game chat, WRV?
That's it. Shorted. Quickly, get through. Heads up. CCTV ahead. The stun gun should disable the camera for a while.
Okay.
Or go old school and time your run. Quick and clean. Very nice.
Okay. No, not in game chat. Okay.
Alright, the camera just went down. It'll be back online soon. And remember, if you bring down too many at the same time, they'll hit the alarm. Remember, these people aren't idiots. What are you thinking? The metal detectors are still online. After you.
Okay,
Hey,
preferences?
before they go to the vault, today's takings are
Preferences,
stored near
voice
where
chat
you
no
are.
one. Okay.
It's up to you, but might be worth a detour. It's a two-room system. One of you needs to hold the access button.
Aussie guy, can you get in that room that WRV is holding open right now and just get in there and get the cash? I'm gonna go downstairs and clear it out. No, don't leave, Aussie guy. Don't leave. Just go in that room that WRV is opening right now.
One step at a time. Hang on, Red Haler just listening to
And just get the cash in that room that he just opened.
The cash is on the cart. Don't get distracted. This is just a starter. Okay, here we are at last. The lower level. Naturally, it's heavily guarded.
WRV, stay on the staircase. You hear me? Stay on the staircase. Just stay down there. Don't come in here yet. Just wait. There's gonna be a guy coming down the hallway. Yeah. Oh crap. Okay. There we go. Got him. Okay. Okay, it's safe. You can come in over here. Okay. Aussie guy, it's fine. The game chat is glitching out. People can't hear me right now, so it's fine. It's not a you're doing fine. Don't worry about it, man. Okay, come over here. It's clear. Okay, Aussie guy, just come over here to us. Just come over here to us, Aussie guy. Would you say Pegorino's the dumbest antagonist in GTA? Possibly, yeah, one of them. Yeah, Aussie guy, listen, I'm not pissed at you or anything. It's fine, man. Just come over here. You gotta come downstairs. Aussie guy, just wait where you are right now. Over here, come on. This way. Right here. Okay, come on. Just keep going downstairs. And Aussie guy, when we are in the vault room, what I want you to do is I want you to get all the money that's in the middle of the room. Right in the middle of the room, you hear me? And WRV, you get all the money in the cages on the right side. I'm getting all the money in the cages on the left side, okay? Come over here to us, Aussie guy.
So pay attention. You'll have to swipe both vault key cards simultaneously at separate control panels. That unlocks the system, but even then, we can't open both the inner and the outer doors simultaneously. Everyone needs to get inside so we can close the first door and then open the second. Get everyone inside the man trap now. I can keep the first
There we
door
go.
open until you're set. You're so close. See that security checkpoint? The man trap is just beyond it.
Guys, don't be mean to him. It's his first time doing this heist. I think it's his first time doing this. So it's like, you know, we all start somewhere. It's,
Okay, so far so bueno. Push on to the vault. Looks like the guard at the vault room isn't there. Happy days.
Okay. Okay, let's see, right here. Oh, WRV, let's see who can drill this faster, me or you. We'll have a friendly race on
This
this.
is a special moment for you down there, but trust me, it's about to get a lot more special on the other side of that door. Break out the laser drill, let's do this!
I'll wait till you start drilling.
The mechanism should melt like butter. You just
Okay.
need to target the weak points.
Now it's starting.
Don't rush. If you push the drill too hard, it'll overheat. We're not on a time limit until we're inside. Okay, disc 1 is done here. There's disc 2. Come on, keep it steady, but you've got to move quicker than this. And number 3.
Oh, you already got it? Okay, you beat me on it. Okay. Okay, let's see if we can get all the cash in here with just 3 people.
Cash on the carts. Grab it. Good news. Seeing as we stayed under the radar, we have a little more time here. Now, your hacker can block the security sensors.
What's next LA Noir part after the stream today?
If the system goes quiet for too long, it triggers the alarm as a failsafe. And, did I mention that if the alarm goes off in here, they'll flood the place with nerve agent?
I think we can get all the cash done. Bro, write a book someday about what, though? Okay, ooh, got that one. Thank you, Evolution Gaming Lux. Thank you for sponsoring the channel. Thanks, man. Okay. Ooh. Guys, when there is 15 seconds left, we get out. No matter what we have, 15 seconds, we run out. Okay. Right, an autobiography, huh? I followed your advice through video, made good friends in this heist. Oh, thank you, Evolution. I'm glad my video helped you out. Thank you for sponsoring my channel.
40 seconds. 30 seconds before the failsafe alarm, so make the most of it.
Oh, it's the other one there.
20 seconds.
Okay, WRV, just drop it. Let's just get out. Get out, just get out.
Perfect. Now get out before they smell a rat. Gas incoming. 10 seconds. That's it. The alarm will trigger any second.
Okay, we're
still
good.
under the radar. Perfect.
Okay, nearly $2 million.
People, that is the mother load.
Would you agree that Harkin is an idiot?
Okay, let's see if we can make the way out.
Thank you, Jacob.
Smooth as the way in.
Who, you mean the guy in Skyrim? Is that what you're talking about? I do, Joker, yep. I recently got that creator support thing, and so I'm gonna ask them about it too. I played the Mafia games before. I played Mafia Definitive Edition and Mafia 2, but I played them.
You really cleaned up
I'll
there,
play them again.
you know?
And I'll play Mafia 3
Know
also.
what hit 'em, except for the insurance bill.
Yeah, he is, in a way, Jacob. Okay, hang on, wait. Wait for these guys to leave.
You know, if we pull this off, it'll be the crown jewel of my career. The hardest achievement on the console of life. Alright, that camera just went down. It'll be back online soon. And remember, if you bring down too many at the same time, they'll hit the alarm. That's how we like it. You did good down there. This is gonna be a nice little payday, and a whole lot of smug satisfaction.
Oh! Ah!
Okay. Wait for him. Okay. Oh, Gordon Ramsay's a great guy.
Listen up, we have bad news and good news.
I used to think he was kind of rude when I was a kid, but I realized he just takes, he takes cooking very seriously, and he wants people to improve.
The cops are on their way, but you can still make it out undetected if you do exactly what I say. If you're caught now, the shit really hits the fan. Must be
Fun.
tiring running around with all that loot.
Come on, you're good. WRV, come on. Wait, are you trying to get the daily take again? Okay, hold on. Hold it, I'll do it. I'll get it for you then. Hold it.
I've missed this.
How much do you bench? 135? WRV, hit the button, please. Okay, give me a second here. Just wait around that corner for me, Aussie guy. Hold on 1 second. Okay. Don't go back downstairs, Aussie. Don't go back downstairs, Aussie. No, pounds. We don't do kilograms in America. I don't know how much kilograms is in pounds, but this way, Aussie, come on. Aussie guy, the way that you came.
Closing in on us. We need to pick up the pace. Security is sweeping the whole building. Stay one step ahead, or this whole thing goes south.
Oh no. Aussie, don't go this way. Oh no.
Damn it! They're on you. Well,
Go, just go,
the
go.
part is done. You just need to make it out alive.
Just go quick, Aussie. Just run. Aussie, come on, man. This way. No, you gotta follow me.
I'm gonna. Gotta reload. Here I come. Get in there.
Okay. Do I know Michael Franchise? Not personally, but I've known his channel, yes.
Getaway cars, go! The driver has them in position.
No, it's a lot of people have told me to play Persona if I liked Ace Attorney. What just happened? Oh no. Okay. It's okay, WRV, don't worry about it. Remnant? What game is that? Why are you wearing a bulletproof vest? Well, this is a real vest, by the way. This doesn't have plates in it. But this is a real vest, but it's meant to cosplay the Veil Enforcement vest.
Go! The driver has them in position.
I need help taking these guys down. I don't understand why you can't pick up the cops' guns. That's one thing I don't understand in this part. Okay. The getaway cars are in bad places, too. Okay. We're taking a civilian car. Aim for the heads. It's an instant kill. Damn. Oh no. It's okay, WRV, don't worry about it. I'll do a playthrough of Dead Rising 2, but after the Dead Rising 1 remake. Oh, Shang-Chi is definitely worse. And how do I read your name? Is that Greek, by the way? How do I read your name? Metal Gear Solid, once I finish up the Watch Dogs, it was the rapid fire auto glitch. That's what it was, WRV. The enemies can rapid fire, kill you. It's a glitch where the enemies can instantly kill you.
Getaway cars, go! The driver has them in position.
Whoa.
Okay, come on. Okay,
Fuck you, cabroncito!
damn, no, oh. Oh no. It's okay, Aussie guy, don't worry about it. When did you hit 1.1 million subs? Yesterday. It's okay, WRV, don't worry about it.
Getaway cars, go! The driver has them in position.
Stay very close to me over here, guys. Okay, we need a car. We need it now. I'll play Last of Us 1 one day, yes. Okay. Get in, everyone. I'm driving. Oh no. I don't know. Thank you, Elvis. I don't know what just happened. I don't know how he died either.
Cars, go! The driver has them in position.
Cocksucker! Drop you!
Oh no, Aussie guy's a little behind. Hold on. Crap.
Come on, make me what you...
Okay.
Suck my cock. You're a boring shit! Killing makes my dick hard!
What? Some of these NPC lines in the game is just,
Might as well give up! Reloading!
okay. Watch out. Crap. Yeah, I know, 7-day survivor. No, no, we're gonna get out here. Let me just escape the heist life with MJ. Okay.
Getaway cars, go! The driver has them in position.
This is the best route to take to still escape, is this one here.
What the fuck?
Inbred fuck! I'm aiming for your...
Oh, hell to the no.
Motherfucker!
Okay. Go through here, guys. Don't be right in the streets, because you're gonna have no cover. Just keep going, keep going, everyone. Just keep going, keep going. There's too many cop cars. Okay. Get in, everyone, now. Great, one of the tires got popped, too. Wait, what just happened? Oh, man. What games will I never make a playthrough of? I don't know. Maybe like, sport games? But I did Fight Night Champion. Probably, one game I'll probably never do a playthrough of, again, is the Saints Row reboot. I'm never playing that again. Well, I still have to do the one DLC that I never finished, but... Damn, I hate how those cars keep making U-turns also. Okay, this way, come on, everyone. The SUV, go. Let me drive. You could have really used a decoy here, huh? We finally got through it, Aaron. That's why I'm smiling. What's the main reason the United States has never gotten invaded? Well, the U.S. has been invaded a few times in its history, but it hasn't... The last time the U.S. has been invaded was when Imperial Japan invaded parts of Alaska, the Aleutian Islands. That actually happened. But largely the reason the U.S. doesn't get invaded is because the U.S. is an economic, superpower, and military superpower, and the second reason is that the U.S. is just too hard of a country to invade. Typically, countries that go across the ocean, And MJ, what is your question? Can you ask your question again? No, I haven't, Joker. I only drink coffee rarely, and that's when I'm really tired, and I need to be up. Yeah, and also because American civilians largely have firearms, that's also another reason, the U.S. doesn't get invaded. Aussie, you getting in?
Did someone say tequila? Almost there. Find the buyer, and this is a done deal.
Aussie, follow us. I have a lot of outfits in my closet. So much cosplay I have. What were you trying to ask me earlier, MJ, by the way? My favorite psychopath in the Dead Rising series? Maybe the cult leader? What are some problems GTA 6 is going to have upon release? The most obvious, oh, not really, Michael. Most Americans support it. But, what is it, what is it here? The cult leader's my favorite in, Dead Rising 1, I would probably say. The problems that GTA 6 is going to have upon launch is the online. The online is going to be a disaster. I'm calling it right now. The GTA 6 online will be a disaster. GTA 6 online. There will be so many crashes, bugs. Imagine the first day that it launches online, we're not going to be able to play at all. Because there'll be so many people that are going to be online. And what was MJ asking? Can I Google JoJo's Bizarre Adventures wiki fandom about stands so I can see if you are interested? About who stands, you said? A stand is an entity psychically generated by its owner, referred to as a stand user. It generally presents itself as a figure hovering overhead or near the user, and possesses abilities beyond that of an ordinary human, which, depending on the stand user, can be wielded for good or evil. This is what you wanted me to look up? It's a game, Life of MJ, or an anime, Eyes of Heaven. Why do you name your channel The Best Professional? My channel is called The Professional, it's not The Best Professional. Yeah, I know that, Phoenix, yep. If I could choose one monster to protect me, and two to hunt you, which would you choose? It really depends on the thing is, I'd rather fight zombies, because, zombies are the easiest to kill, but they're the biggest problem in numbers. If we're talking, like, Skyrim lore, then I would rather have the, I would have the companions protect me. If not the companions, then, you know, the pure blood vampires in Skyrim. Those guys are very tough. Thank you, Jacob. I just hope they don't mess up Elder Scrolls 6. Anime game and stands in both games, and anime. And can you play JoJo Eyes of Heaven next week? I'll look into those games, MJ. Who would I trust more, Hudson or Adler? Oh, probably Hudson. What did I just get hit by? What?
Fucking dumbasses, move! Holy shit!
You helped me make millions of your guides. Well, thank you, Finlay. Thanks for the super chat. No problem. Your opinion on people who do modded and glitched outfits? I really don't care if people do outfit glitches, as long as it's not like where part of your body's invisible. If like part of your body is invisible, I have an issue with that, but other than that, no, I don't really have an issue with it. Okay, good work. And guys, don't be mean to them, because it's, you know, we all make mistakes, and we're not perfect. I used to mess up on this heist a lot, too. Oh, it just, I had to, these letters, I was, some of them were just, like, peeling off with the tape. That's just why, I guess, why they're a little crooked, but... Do you think Adler will die in the Black Ops 6 campaign? It's possible, because he doesn't appear in Black Ops, yeah, he doesn't appear in Black Ops 2. There's no mention of him whatsoever. You're a great guy. Wishing you continuous success in your career. Thank you, Ahmed. You guys both did fine. Don't worry about it. And, you know, no one's perfect. People, you know, people make mistakes too. Okay, so I guess I'll probably be wrapping up the stream here. I'll answer any questions before I go here. So if you want to ask me anything, guys, I'll answer your questions before I go here. Oh, they're kind of they're very similar, Luca. Maybe apartheid was a bit more restrictive, but they were very similar. You know, they were both, you know, evil racist governments. What's my next Ace Attorney part? Probably tomorrow. I'll probably put on another one. Yeah, I could stop by. Just make sure you just make sure you message me on PSN when you're streaming, Phoenix, and I could probably stop by. I did. You know what game I really wanted to make guides on? It was DMZ on Call of Duty. I was actually really good at DMZ, but ever since they abandoned the mode, I just gave up on it. It's like they abandoned the mode. They didn't want to do anything else on it, and it was just Can you send me a friend request on Discord? I don't have you added on Discord. I thought I did. What's your Discord name, Joker? Thank you for existing, Pat. You're a great guy. Thank you, Zambu. Have you ever played Ghost of Tsushima? I have, and I want to replay it also, too. Yeah, I would want to play Left 4 Dead one day. I think the first Phoenix Wright game is probably my favorite one. The first Phoenix Wright game, I think, has the best cases. I think the best ones are the first game. Do you know a guy named Kevin Smith? If so, what do you think of his movies? I don't know who Kevin Smith is. I can look him up right now, but I don't know. Let me look up Kevin Smith. Let's see what movies he made. If I recognize any of the movies, let's see here. Kevin Smith movies. I don't recognize any of these movies that he's had here. Yeah. I actually don't even recognize one of these movies. I'm not much of a movie guy. Yeah, I don't recognize most these movies here, Jacob. Pro streams are always chill, relaxing. Thank you, Joker. Okay, Joker for life. I'll check the YouTube Discord server a little bit later, too. It was disappointing Battlefield 2042 didn't have a campaign. Are there any games you play off stream? Fallout 4, Skyrim, Empire of Sin. Tried playing it again recently. When's next Watch Dogs part? Tomorrow. What's your question in life with MJ? What cult leader is more evil, Knopf or Dead Rising guy? Knopf? Who's Knopf? I remember Sean in Dead Rising 1, but... What's that sound? I think my neighbor is working on something. Yeah. Yeah, my neighbor is, I think, working on something. Okay, I'll see you, Phoenix. The next LA Noire part is gonna be a little bit later tonight, guys. I can't wait for Dead Rising remake. And what was MJ asking me? He's professional. Wait, what was? Oh, Knopf, the cult leader from Outlast 2. Well, Knopf killed way more people, so Knopf is probably worse than Sean. September's gonna be a great month. Yeah, a lot of games coming out. Ace Attorney Investigations and Dead Rising remake. Uh, if I had a stand, what would be its power, name, type, or range? And remember that whatever damage the stand takes, so does the user. And before you go, I just want to say, Wardo Jojo Ref. A stand? Well, what are the different? Can you give me the different types of powers that stands typically are? If you give me a few examples, I could probably tell you. Edgeworth, I still think is the best prosecutor in the Ace Attorney series. A lot of people told me though that that I'm gonna freak out on the new prosecutor, that Karain guy. A lot of people told me that I'm gonna hate him. That's what a lot of people told me in the comments. That I'm gonna freak out on him. Uh. Uh. I'm reading the wiki that you told me. Uh. I'm not sure. I'm not sure honestly what stand power I would like if I lived in this anime universe. Maybe invisibility if that's one. Uh. I don't think there's anything wrong with like kids playing like games like GTA as long as they understand the difference between a game and real life. The smartest Ace Attorney character? Oh. The Phantom had a very high IQ, definitely. If Dead Rising Remaster is great, would you be willing to say Capcom is your new favorite game developer? Yeah. If they humanoid, non-humanoid, phenomenal, humanoid, and short range and long range. Let me see here. Maybe the artificial humanoids. That's more cool. I think being a cyborg would be cool. Um. Uh. Okay. And Okay, Juice. Okay, I'll answer. I'll reply to you on Twitter a little bit later, Blade. Yes, I play some of the quarry missions. My favorite missions in San Andreas are probably the train missions. I actually like the train missions. What's the next LA Noire video? Later today at the HC. You're gonna be weirded out when you watch JoJo's for the first time? Which Dead Rising 2 games do you prefer? Off the record, the original. The original is always my favorite. Okay. Well, I've been at 1.98. I've been at 1,098,000 for some time, and right now I'm like right about at 1,100,000. So I just hit it recently. So I guess I'm gonna I'm gonna wrap up the stream here, guys. Thank you guys for watching. I will have the next part of LA Noire soon for you guys. So thank you guys for watching. I hope that you guys enjoy the stream. And hey, Pro, can I ask my question? What's your question, Nicholson? Sean? I'll answer your question before I go here. Thank you, everyone, for the support on the stream. Thank you, guys. I'm not sure, Life with MJ. I'd have to watch the show more to answer all of that. Hey, Pro, you're my favorite GTA streamer and YouTuber. Love from Romania. Thank you, Sinol, if I'm reading your name correctly. I should play free aim in GTA 4. You're right, Assad. What was Kishan's, Nicholas's question? Before I go, I'll answer it. Tomorrow, I'll have the next part of the trial in Ace Attorney. Tomorrow. No, Dreadnought Warrior. I will help you another time. I'm just gonna be wrapping up the stream today. The professional's the GOAT. Thank you, Eddie. I've been watching 2 or 3 years. Love you, man. Take care. You're always my favorite YouTuber, and love you. Take care. Thank you, Life with MJ, and thank you for the support on the channel. How long until you'll finish Ace Attorney? Oh, probably one more month, because there's probably gonna be a lot. There's still 5 cases left. So Kashan Nicholas isn't here. I was gonna answer his question, but I guess he left. Okay. I'll wait a few more seconds, see if he I would buy a remastered Modern Warfare 3, the original one. Yeah, I'd play that. GTA 5 lore video sometime next week. This week coming up, it'll be here. I just don't know exactly what day, so I don't want to give a specific day. But sometime this week. Well, most companies do, Mason. I have for Red Dead Redemption 2 streams. So I guess I'll be going here, guys. Thank you guys for watching the stream. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you did, do drop a like, and I will see you guys on the next one. Take care, everyone. Have a wonderful Sunday. Take care, guys.